in days, you see what I'm saying? What we need to be doing as a people, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, is we got to stop and we got to discontinue doing all the things the Most High told us not to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, we got to walk away from those things. Those things have become so much a part of our lives that we don't even see the wrong in them at this point. You see what I'm saying? So we've got to learn that not only the things that we're doing is wrong according to the Lord, we gotta have a heart for the Lord, meaning we gotta wanna do right by the Lord, man.
Find out what God's law is. It ain't no religion on thou shalt not eat pork. That ain't no religion. It's simply a law. Don't eat it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no religion on thou shalt not commit adultery. It ain't no religion. It's just simply a rule that you gotta follow. God gave us them rules. We left them rules and we destroyed ourselves.
Just 1 verse 10. For thy violence. For thy what? For thy violence. For thy what? For thy violence. This is why God is right. The Bible says that God is a just God.
Talk to me.
What led police to pull the man over? All of this untold.
Remember that days of old, we the lost tribes. They don't believe the Bible. They said white men wrote it, but still celebrate them holidays for white men, don't they? Like Christmas and Thanksgiving, appetites. I don't even celebrate family at the time. Going out in the opposite, I was compromised. I got integrity and no heart than Valentine. I read put in a book, they sell on Amazon. Owned by the same folks that told us to apologize. Wasn't allowed, so it's me when I tell you I'm black and I'm proud. Murder is with the sword, that's how we learn religion. Unity standards violate my First Amendment. On my hair under these lashes, bitch, they make a left, give you public lashes.
Come on, hey, say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. I'm fucking what?
My nigga skeleton is hectic out there. Hope you checking on your relatives. Brotherhood, that's what my weapon is. And I never let these crackers take it from me. Real talk, you probably never heard this all of your life. Be careful, because I think you love it. It affects your life. Long as we got each other, my nigga.
You want to run your mouth?
No, because you was looking at my license plate for what?
Exactly.
For what?
You don't have the right to run.
I got my right to do anything I want to do. I'm a police officer.
You can't run.
God is against the white man. He had no choice to leave.
I done lost friends. They one niggas thought was riding to the end. Still showed up, put in that work. Hide behind a smile while I'm walking with this hurt. Some nights I felt alone, most nights I felt cold. Some nights I drove around, I didn't want to go home. Nigga, I ain't never been, I ain't never fold. Follow orders like a soldier doing what I'm told. Even when the council wasn't making any sense, I ain't never doubted, I just put it to the test. Days I was fucked up and down to my last cent. Reaching in my pockets only coming up with less. I'm talking even on the days that I couldn't pay my rent, I put it down for my brothers. Ain't spared no space. If I ever got mad, caused an offense, please forgive you, brother, Lord, that ain't what I meant. See that brotherhood or weapon, fighting in deception. When something taken from you, then it's just a blessing. Shorty really love me, give me everything she got, and I'm sorry, baby girl, if I ever broke your heart, man. Mistakes that I made, but know that they'll fade. Moving with a heavy heart, lifting with the pain. Take away the shame, wash away the stain. Praying to the Lord for the days that I was king.
Israel. That's the same person. His name was changed to Israel. So the Bible
As long as we got each other, my
the
nigga.
Bible is saying that God loves these people.
We do this shit on brotherhood.
Because that's who he made a covenant with. That's who he made a promise with. God
We
loves
got
them.
each other, my
Now
nigga.
let's keep reading. But Esau,
We build this shit on
You say you
brotherhood.
read the Bible, so I won't even answer. I'll tell you. Esau is the forefather of the so-called white race. That's the nation of Edom. That's Esau. Every race of people on the face of the earth can trace their lineage back to the forefathers. And the Bible has that history. It's saying right here that, but Esau, the forefather of white people, have I hated. About what? Have I hated. H-A-T-E-D. In the Bible. promises. Now we don't like this. I know, Eric, that sounds crazy. You said you was gonna believe me.
Talk to me.
For the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, check out Isupk Ball 2. Don't forget to like.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled on one accord. That's it. You don't hear that in your government. You don't hear that in these Muslim mosques. You don't hear that in the Christian church. You know why? Because these are the things that destroy blacks, Hispanics, and natives. And this is why we are destroyed today. We are destroyed today because we listen to the Muslim mosque. We listen to Christianity. We listen to Buddhism. Thank you, sister. We listen to Buddhism. We listen to all of these things that don't matter to us and can't help us build and can't help us grow.
We say we have a blood feud with you for bombing the Minab Elementary School and for our young men who perished on the Denna warship. When Trump said, I could have captured them, but I hit them because it was more exciting. Well, that's fine. The world is round and our commandos will see you on these islands and they'll pump so much adrenaline into you. And this clash will get so intense that you'll end up losing your lives on the soil of this island. We'll see each other soon.
It's just like when you got some coffee that's too black, which means it's too strong. What you do, you integrate it with cream. You make it weak. If you pour too much cream in, you won't even know you ever had coffee. It used to be hot, it becomes cool. It used to be strong, it becomes weak.
Trump has just launched a massive military operation against.
They'll make it like you are some crazy radical black person. So now here they come, guns blazing, halfway simple, and shoot right into the damn car. Here's what Arawaja said again, Arawaja Bungad. He said, Zechariah 11:5, whose oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, this is a heavy thing right here. This is a heavy brainwash. Blessed be the Lord. Their own shepherds pity them not. They know you ain't got no black leadership. They know you don't have any black leadership and that your own leaders have no pity on you. So they'll just do whatever it takes to run them down the road.
I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies, this hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. Took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers can they spit and I ain't listening. Is in fact the fear. If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jake. So I war, we gonna run the summer. It's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't just do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it Young Pay. How you real trigger know them dot? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear. This shit like it ain't about who got this gun, it's about who gon' up their fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raise up the chain. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never break the hand and feet, so you will never get that hand back. He bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified rubber's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Your Honor, I'm General Katham. Today we're just gonna go into really how to really fix ourselves and how to prepare ourselves. You know what I mean? Like we got to look at ourselves, the whole process of coming in to the ISUPK. Like a lot of people think that we only concentrate on the white man. We don't concentrate on the white man. We concentrate on ourselves. Like it don't do us no good if we are concentrating on the white man if we still following everything that the white man have taught us. All right, so when you come in here, everything that you done learned
go ahead,
is lies and is useless. Everything that we done learned. When I first came in here, man, I thought I didn't need to know about the New Testament. I thought I should study the Old Testament. Come to find out, I didn't even understand what Christ was really saying. You know what I mean? My change started when I realized that I don't know a damn thing. And that I'm coming in here to learn. All right? Give me Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. Chapter 2, verse 1.
This the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right. That's the first thing I had to do. I had to fight my way up to get to class. You know what I mean? I didn't want to come to class after work. I get off, I get home, and then I'm gonna go back out to go sit in the room in the hard chairs. You know what I mean? Read that part again.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right. I had to prepare myself. That temptation was stopping me from coming to class. You know what I mean? Temptation stopping you from doing the work. Like you convince yourself in your mind is, yo, listen, I got to make this money, or I got to get some rest. I'll come to class tomorrow or next week. Nah, man, that's Satan. A lot of people come in here struggling just to get to class. That's why the YouTube is like a real good tool for the people, and I'm not saying everybody that's on listening, but I'm just saying YouTube is for the weak. Right. Like there's a lot of weak brothers that ain't strong enough. You know what I mean? They haven't gotten that strength yet. So the YouTube can fish. Same thing with the brothers that when you at camp and you pass a flyer, a lot of times I tell the brother, yo, listen, if you can't make it to the physical class, yo, get on YouTube, get online.
Right.
And just check out some of the things of what we're saying. Open up the book, and then eventually his questions are not going to really be answered until he come in. And then there's some brothers that just got to come in. They said, like, yo, I just got to be there with them brothers. You know what I mean? When I first came in, well, when I first saw the Hebrew Israelites, when I first saw them, the first thing that hit into my mind when I was 20 years old, you know what I said? I can't be like them. I said, these dudes are prophets. Now, I had no knowledge of nothing, no knowledge of anything. And I said, yo, these dudes here, they saying stuff that I ain't never heard. I heard, you know, when I went, I heard that the Africans was going to go into captivity. The Asians are going to, the Chinese, the Chinese, the Japanese. Here it is. I ain't never heard nothing like that in my life. Because the whole time I'm raised up is everybody got to come together. You know what I mean? And so it blew my mind. And what really blew my mind was the way what they had on. And I looked at them, I said, yo, these brothers look rough. I said, damn, I was praying to God. Man, I wish I could be like that. Man, I wish yo, listen, it was like no joke. It was like, yo, they ain't to be F with. And if you hear the stories of the ISUPK, that's what people say about, you know, I know dudes that's in the martial art and boxing, they say, man, yeah, I done seen them brothers. Man, them brothers look like they ain't to be messed with. That's the spirit of the Lord. That's what gravitated me, because the ISUPK had more strength and zeal than the Nation of Islam. I was about to start to search out the Nation of Islam until the Lord intervened. You know what I mean? Hey, yo, hold that and Sapari, hold what you got and give me Jeremiah 1:5. Like, really, the ISUPK was something that I was saying, yo, and let me tell you something. I wasn't no soft dude. I was always an aggressive dude. I was always that. Every dude that knew me before the truth, they always said I was an aggressive dude. When I saw the ISUPK, I said, man, and I remember the first time ever seeing Dimitri. In my mind, I'm like, yo, this dude look like some Arab dude. You know what I mean? My sister was the one that was going to class. So a brother, which was General Yohana's brother, coming to pick them up. It was a sister named Deanne and my sister. General Yohana knows my sister. And I'm in the world smoking weed. I'm waiting on my partner. I open up the door and I see a dude with armbands, all black on, and a Mitri. Studs. And I was like this. I'm gonna keep it 100. I gotta get one of them damn garments. Problem was when I was coming to class, I never spoke to the people, the men that were officers and the teachers. I never told them or talked to them about, you know, I got this habit. You know what I mean? So go ahead and read.
Jeremiah.
Chapter 1, verse 5.
Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Right. Like, you thinking you came up in here by chance, the Lord knew that you was going to come up in here. He said, man, before I formed you in the belly, you know what I mean? I knew you. He knew what spirit that he was sending back into the womb. We are the spirit of the prophets. So when we go out here, we gotta speak what the prophets say, because we are those prophets. But when you at home, you gotta act accordingly. You can't be no nut, you know what I mean? No nut. Everything that you do in the ISUPK, you're responsible for. It ain't like you can come in here and act one way and then get out there in the world or in the house and act another way. Like change is really changing your life. It's not a temporary change. How you think, how you walk, how you deal with your woman, how you deal with your kids, how you even deal with your employer, how you deal with the heathen employer, how you deal with a brother that's on the gig. You understand? You go in the store, you still held accountable on how you deal with that brother or that sister. And the same thing goes with sisters. Like you ain't supposed to be no sucker, but you still got to be righteous. The best way that you know how. And the only way you're going to know how to do that is coming up in here. You know what I mean? Because Christians, they gremlins. They gremlins. Christian women, Christian men, they gremlins, straight gremlins. Like all that stuff that you see out there, you can charge that to America and Christianity, which is really the mark of the beast. You know what I mean? I mean, we love our brothers and sisters, right? But sometimes the world got to teach them a lesson. Especially when everybody knows that we're out here. It ain't a person in America that never even heard of the Hebrew Israelites. Not a 12, somebody that's from the 12 tribes. Everybody done heard of us. White people hate us. Other Israelite groups hate us. And not so much other Israelite groups. These separate Negroes that's trying to learn or thinking they learn. Like when I'm online and I'm watching a whole lot of stuff, right? And I'm hearing this, right? And I know y'all done heard this. Some dummy will say, yo, he's in the truth. But hate us. But where did they get the word in the truth from? Right. Let's keep it 100. Where did they get it from? UPK. That's where it come from. You know what I mean? So you got a whole bunch of breakoffs that now done divided this nation. So your job is to keep this nation tapped. Your job is to never have a split. That's what your job is. Your job is to keep that brotherhood strong and increase the brotherhood, multiply the brotherhood. That's our job. Satan don't want that to happen. Right. Satan, like you told me, the sister came and the first thing she blamed was God. She said, God don't want me to come to class. You remember that? Read that again.
Come. Jeremiah chapter 1.
No, my bad. Who's on Ecclesiastes? Read that. Like black people got a tendency to blame God. The conscious community, they make mockery of blaming God. They're going to pay for that. I don't even trip. What I need to trip for? Because I know what's written in this book. Scorners going to have to pay for what, you know what I mean? They don't need to be getting bent out of shape. When I know Christ's going to make you pay for that. I don't trip. I just cut the hell out of them. Oh, they be following me on Facebook. I'm surprised they're not following me on here. Go ahead.
I got some questions for you when you're ready also, sir.
Okay, let me finish this. Go ahead.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right, when you in this truth, guess what? Satan coming. You know what I mean? Satan is coming, no matter what. Just know that Satan coming for you. Satan then came at me, and guess what? He gonna keep coming. You know, I'm chill right now, but guess what? I expect Satan to come.
Okay.
How do you beat Satan? Go ahead. I'm gonna get the young man. Give him the mic. How do you beat Satan?
Salakia, sir, is it to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and also be in the school around the brothers who fought those demons to help you fight these demons?
Perfect. That's like if you ever see a sister, usually sisters, right? This is back in the day. Sisters would go online and ask some idiot in the world to give her an answer when she got brothers in her school or in her zone, but she can ask. You know what I mean? Like, that's where you're supposed to go. And you're supposed to go to the people, go ahead. And you're supposed to go to the people that love you. You know what I mean? Like in here, we love each other. We love one another. We follow it. So why not go to somebody that loves me?
Right.
You know what I mean? It don't even make sense. And I always, you know me. I see a brother tell some hater, yo, you need to come to class. I say, yo, we full. It's hard to get up in here. Which, when I look at it, for some people it is hard. Because people see us and they think that anybody can join them. They think that they can just come in here and then go to camp. Let me tell you a story about a few brothers, but I'm gonna talk about my main man, Kazak Ahmad. He called me, right? First time, called me. He said, I want to go to the camp and all this. I don't know if he ever told you I watch it, but he called me, right? So I said, yeah, you can come on down. I said, listen, we right there on 7th and 8th Street, you know what I mean? Right by Gallery Place. He said, all right. I said, but you got to wear all black, right? So he show up. I'm watching him. The brother is in all black. The UPK protocol is a brother got to wear all black. So he thought he was going to come into camp. But I was just able to fish him down there just to stand outside the camp so I could watch him to see what he does. You know what I mean? He came in, thought he was going to come inside the camp. I said, nah, brother, you just stand over there and don't say nothing to nobody. That brother followed that rule because he wanted to come up in there. These rules have already been tested for years, for decades. That's why we stick to them. You don't mess with something that already works. You know what I mean? That's crazy to me. Like, it makes it easy. All I got to do is pass it to you and you just make sure it's done.
Right.
I ain't got to do no figuring out. You know what I mean? I ain't got to do none of that. You know, it's only when a man come in, you start watching him. And these are the regular things that you watch. Most men, when they come in, Satan don't want them in here. You know what I mean? Keep reading now.
Khan. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 2. Set thy heart aright.
Right. I came in, I made my decision that I was going to go all the way. I got stories about brothers when they come in, which is, to me, I love hearing it. Cod came in, started talking about, yo, man, Cod said, yo, I want to go all the way. Captain Cod, he young, about 22, something like that. Young, though, maybe 21. Cod said, man, I want to go all the way with this. I said, yeah, well, you know how Cod is, right?
Right.
You know, I said to myself, this is like maybe the second time I saw him. I said, yo, I hear you, man. Yo, man, just make sure that you come back tomorrow, man. You know, I dismissed it, like, because that's the work that you in. And a card kept coming. And he kept coming with questions. And you see where he at.
Okay.
And guess who else did the same thing? I did. On public transportation. You know what I mean? Okay. And I would get to General Muhammad. At that time, General Muhammad and General Yohana took 2 classes. Man, I had my Bible full of notes. I had my questions on paper. I was like, yo, I'm going to learn everything they know, or I'm going to just keep trying. That's how we came at it. You come into class, you see a brother writing notes. Not the Shah was acting like he in college. He like, damn, brother, you might as well just set a tape up here and record it. And that's how you see where them brothers are at. The brothers are standing firm in it, man. Yo, this is right. This right here, ISUPK is right. Straight up. Straight up. Brothers know it's right, so they leave, and then they try to change stuff that they disagree with, that they couldn't come in here and say they disagree with. I mean, get your ass up out of here. I don't care. A brother, let me tell you something. A brother leave, guess who I'm glad of? The brothers that still gonna stay with me. A brother roll out, yo, give a damn, F him. A sister roll out, F him. They were evidently they was useless, and maybe Satan took them out. Maybe God allowed Satan to take them out. Did you ever think about that? You know what I mean? Sometimes a corrupt fruit can corrupt other fruit. So I don't trip. Read on, Bob.
Katham. And constantly endure.
Right. Constantly endure. Because why? Satan coming. Sisters, Satan gonna come. Constantly. How I fight it? Yo, if you married to a man and you know that he in the UPK, yo, stick with him. Tell him, hey, baby, yo, I'm trying to do what you asked me. That brother in the UPK, if he tell you to do something unlawful, you are not to do it. That's the order. You are not to do it. You are not to break. You know what I mean? Most brothers, they got to learn how to deal with a woman. Most sisters got to learn how to deal with a man. Like all that other stuff that we done learned in the world ain't the way to deal with a woman. Right. Let's keep it 100. If you got a good sister up in here, listen, you got a good sister. She gonna gravitate to what you about, and she gonna flourish with you. That's a sister in here. You got a hard head that's gonna argue, yo. Let her argue by her goddamn self. Still married, but let her argue by her goddamn self. Read on, huh?
Katham. Make not haste in time of trouble.
Read on.
Cleave unto him.
Don't be impatient. Don't make a decision in haste. Go ahead.
Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Who's he talking about cleaving unto? The Most High. Yo, man, when stuff get crazy, guess what you do? You cleave unto the Most High. The question is, how do you cleave unto the Most High? Do you start going through the scriptures your damn self and trying to break it down?
Sir.
Go ahead. Why don't you tell me what you do?
It's like, if I could, sir, you listen to the men that he appointed, the men of the Lord, the priests and the prophets, right here in the ISUPK.
We all did that. We all did that. I did that. I did that a lot. I remember I was ready to mess some, I was ready to harm somebody. I was young in the truth. I said, yo, Johnny, yeah, okay, yeah. Don't even worry about it. He said, don't worry about it. You're going to get better skills than that. Now, the dude was a black belt or some Korean dude. I'm ready to tear him to him. Like, I was like, you know how Jake do? I don't care nothing about that. I'm going to go on your, back then I was like, yo, I'm going to go on this. You ain't going to get a chance to throw no kicks. Johnny Hanna, like, yo, don't even worry about it. You're going to be trained and teach you how to knock his goddamn teeth out of his mouth. Something said, all right, he telling me to be patient. I had no need of reacting. You know what I mean? Yeah, he said he was going to knock his teeth out. You know what I mean? Which that's the purpose of Hebrew Academy. That if somebody come up in the camp and they try to harm you, yo, do what you trained to do. You know what I mean? Knock his goddamn teeth out. Man. I mean, I'm not telling you to start something, you know what I mean? But at camp, it gets a little hectic. You know what I mean? Read on out.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Right. So that you be increased, that the Lord increase you. You know what I mean? Like, yo, listen, you're going to be all right. It's the people in the world and the mother Israelite groups and all the other people that's worshiping Islam and all that. You're going to see them fall. You know what I mean? We might struggle in here, but guess what? You're going to see them fall and lose their lives. But you ain't going to lose your life. You know what I mean? Your rib ain't going to lose her life. This is real. People are dying out there. Brothers are getting locked up. It ain't stopped, right? People are losing their mind. Because the worst thing that can happen is that you go through life just not knowing nothing. Like, you know how, if you ever had to start out when you like some of us start out when we 18 and your mom's or 19 and your mom say, yo, you got to get a job. Ain't nobody going to teach you how to do it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like it's so a lot of times when young people come in here, I got to care for them. You know what I mean? Like if you ain't caring for these young brothers that come in here, you really ain't doing your job. You in the truth, but you not doing your job. You got a young 50 that don't know nothing about life. Like you're going to have more. Like imagine, okay, we got 2 young brothers that came in here. Just finished high school. They both officers. And if you don't do nothing for them, what you going to do when 10 of them come in here? How you going to train yourself how to deal with 10 if you ain't training yourself how to deal with 2? Like it's easy for me to say, yo, get a job. To them, they're like, yo, where I start? Who do I think gonna hire me? I'm black. Like the same things you face is the same thing that they facing. Like, yo, we got to do more. The Lord is watching us. The Lord is watching us. If we do more, he know that we're able to handle more and he'll bring more in here. That's how it works. You don't give a man more responsibilities if he can't, you know what I mean? If he can't handle the small responsibilities. That's what rank is all about. Like if you got a wife and she can only handle 2 children, you gotta think about it and say, you know what? Let her get used to these 2 children before we have another child. Like that's wisdom. We got to use wisdom in everything that we do. Read on. And let me say this. Sisters need to bring their children in here. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing better than bringing your children, even though we know that they're going to make noise and all that, right? When they're real young, but they're going to get used to coming in here. And then one day they're just going to sit and listen. And they're going to be 10 years old and they're going to be listening while you teach. Then they're going to end up being 13 while you teach. Then they're going to stay here. Then they're going to be 17 while you teach. Like the whole point of bringing children in here is to raise them up in this truth. Like, can you imagine you got a child that never celebrated Christmas? You know what I mean? I heard you little voices with that kind of. Oh, you thinking about saving money? Nah, I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you, but think about that. Like you raising up children that never ate pork. Yeah, you right to raise your hand up, Gana. Come on.
Sir, what you saying is real powerful, because I got my children, they've been raised in the truth, right? And like how the rest of the world celebrate Christmas, my kids can't wait to Passover. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point where we go to stores, my daughters is checking the back of bags, making sure it ain't no pork and stuff in it. Like they stand on it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I can only imagine what it is like to actually grow up and not have the outside world like Christianity and Islam in your life. You just doing what you're supposed to do.
I hate to smile, and I'm trying to stop from smiling because I'm supposed to be this hardcore brother. Just stop making me smile.
Oh, God, sir.
Because I love to hear that story. Like, imagine if you got 50 brothers like Kananya Allah. that's saying, man, my children can't, and children can't wait to go to the Passover, like you saying, which is right and glorious. Go ahead.
Okay. And he should that's back one. Sake, I taught him that not to eat pork, and he taught his son not to eat pork. So one day, him, his son, his wife, and his grandmother went out to a place.
Grandma was the problem.
And the grandma bought the pork. Right? And afterwards in the car, he bought watermelons, and the grandma took a bite of the watermelon and offered it to him. And he said no. And the grandma said, why? Why you want to eat? He said, because you might still have pork between your teeth. She went to slap him, but the father stopped him.
Most High in Christ, man. And that is raising up the children of Israel. And that's why I say, I don't get too mad that people can't come in, brothers that don't come in here. But what I'm saying is, you at least supposed to support us.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you supposed to say, yo, let me pay my tithes to these brothers. Let me show the Lord that I support these brothers. You know what I mean? Like, he would have never known that if it wasn't for you, a warrior. You know what I mean? Like, that's just UPK. And it's wonderful. Go ahead, brother.
It's like, so I do have a question though.
Come on with it.
When do you get to the point where it's like, you know, I've been teaching my family members, my friends and all that, they know, you know what I mean, I'm an Isupk, and they know keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. When do you get to a point where it's like, because they always come to you for counsel, and you keep telling them like, yo, come to class.
You know why? They know that what you saying is right, and you have some sort of brotherhood. But go ahead.
So like,
and it's the wisdom of the Most High. The Lord is drawing you.
So when do you get to the point where it's just like, it is like, yo, just if you even gonna come to the school or not, bro, I'm not about to just keep, you know what I'm saying? Because they do get tiring. It's like, yo, you keep asking, I keep giving you the answers, and you're not.
I'm paying attention. I'm listening.
It's like, yes, sir, and you not like putting forth the effort, but you always want my answers, and I'm like, go to the school. You know what I'm saying? So, do you ever get to a point where we're supposed to just be like, oh, it is like you basically wipe your feet or whatever from?
Right. I know. I get what you're saying. All right. To be honest, some brothers would be like, you know, they may. Me personally, this is really how I would just keep it going.
Come.
There's several reasons. You're Officer 500, you be out there speaking. What they going through, I would do a breakdown. It's what everybody else is going through.
Come.
That's number one. Number two, that's teaching you how to counsel brothers when you come up in here. So I say, yo, if it ain't draining you, it's just gonna make you better as a counselor.
Come, sir.
You know what I mean? What do you lose?
Right.
You might gain eventually a brother to come in here. Like, what we got to realize is it seemed like they ain't listening, right?
Come.
It seemed like they ain't listening. It seemed like they ain't listening in that camp either. So my advice is, there's a lot of people where I live at, and they come to me. I got a lady that called me to talk to both of her sons. One, I tell her, is a complete nut. He's a complete nut. I told him he's a complete nut. But he always calls me. Now, it's a difference between schizophrenia and just a nut that's just hard-headed.
Right. Come.
You know what I mean? If somebody that I feel that needs mental help, when I talk to them, say, yo, you seen the doctor? I learned this from in here. I'm not going to talk to you to go see a doctor. I got a dude, literally, that calls me, that been calling me since 2000. Jeremiah, everybody say, Nick, what you doing? Since about 2012, right? He calls me. So every 2 or 3 years, I'll pick up. I know he weird. He don't know that I know he weird. He won't come in, but he'll tell me about the other groups. He knew the pastor that was battling Mashak. He knew the history that he was a child molester. But those are only like two or three conversations. So he's going to keep calling me. If I block him, he's going to call me from another phone. Everybody know that ISUBK, under Commanding General, Your Honor, have the answers.
That's right.
And we're the only ones that take heed to the answers, though. That's the sad part about it. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, but you keep doing what you're doing, like you're supposed to. You're a prophet. You know what I mean? You're a prophet. You go out there on Saturdays, you go blaze. Then you got other brothers that come to you and ask you guidance. You go ahead and keep doing it. Because when you sit here, you're going to be able to explain it. It's going to be beneficial to your training of how to raise their brothers and sisters up. Like, for the, you know, like I ain't never been, when I first got my name, they never told me don't teach, because what I was doing was not teaching. You know how brothers say, yo, when you only do this, do that, you're not supposed to teach. What you're doing is not actually teaching. You really counseling. What I was doing was just defending the truth. I wasn't teaching no class. So when brothers be like, yo, you ain't supposed to teach, he gonna cut his family. You gonna tell him, don't tell. When they ask him why you ain't eating pork or celebrating Christmas, you think he gonna just ignore it? No, he gonna tell them, yo, because it ain't biblical and it's against God. That ain't teaching. That's standing, for the truth against lies. So when I hear brothers are like, yo, listen, that ain't teaching. They ain't like he going on the corner. Look at all the other dudes that's going on the corners that ain't in the ISUBK. Who gave them authority? Yeah, huh? Yeah. You know what I mean? But a brother amongst his family and friends, that ain't teaching. Not unless he having Bible class. Nah, he like, nah, I'm not going to Thanksgiving. Blah, 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 blah. Dishonor to Native American Indians. That's what he doing. I had a dude try to get over on me. I was up in this, trying to disguise it so you won't think I'm a criminal. All of y'all was criminals too. Don't be looking at me sideways. But anyway, he tried to get over and talk about, they give Thanksgiving to pork. And I had learned this young from Jerry Yohana. So I said something that said, nah, that's what Thanksgiving is talking about, the giving of the law that Moses received. And he was a Nigerian, so-called Nigerian American. So you would think that he was just black. And everybody fell for it until I said that. And he turned around. He said, oh, you know about that. He didn't know I was a Hebrew Israelite. But he knew I knew the Bible. You know what I mean? So, every bit's help the fish. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing against it. Because sometimes a brother will come in that just hearing you tell him, and he'll be like, let me ask him about something else. And they're going to realize that's what we did on the streets all the time. You ever hang with brothers and you be on the street corner, y'all talk about God, you be like, there'd be a brother, I don't believe in God. There'd be a brother like, yo, man, I don't know, but I believe in God. I can't, you know what I mean? Like, that's just typical. So that's good. You might draw some brothers in, and you're going to get better at it. All right? Where we at?
We're still in Ecclesiasticus, sir.
What verse?
Verse 4. Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Right. And it's hard to take it cheerfully. You know what I mean? Because you going through something and you be like, damn. But just try to remember this. Take it cheerfully. You know what I mean? Take it on the chin, Al Waja.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Read on.
And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Right. Be patient. Sometimes you might get brought low. Yo, listen, that doesn't happen to me. That doesn't happen to you. Y'all know it doesn't happen to a few of y'all. Let's keep it 100. You know what I mean? And when I let it get to that point, is when I started seeking out counsel. You know what I mean? Like that is actually, you know what I mean? I don't know if I ever brought this out. One day I was going through something, man, and I was like, damn, I was really going through it. You know, I called General Muhammad, me and him spoke. I saw General Yohana up in the New York. You know what I mean? I'm getting a little stronger. And when he dapped me, he whispered to me. Those words right there gave me like strength. You know what I mean? Years ago, I had General Sharma. I was getting ready. I was young. I didn't even have my name. I'm in line. I'm in line at the bank, ready to withdraw some money. I'm struggling with the world. I didn't even have my name. You know what I mean? I'm just going to class. In fact, I might have still been getting tapered fades. And General Sharma, he happened to call me while I was next in line to go to the teller. You can get to a low point, man, and make a bad decision. You know what I mean? You can get to a low, you know what I mean, to that low state. And damn near, it's like you don't care or you kind of give up. Satan know how to play you. Satan studies us. Right. On some real, like you gotta, like I was on the phone with another brother and I was telling them how they didn't understand that Satan was playing both of them. They knew each other from the streets. They came in the truth. And they've been bickering. But they had put up this facade that they cool. But when something arises, they beef. And I had to tell them separately. And I had to tell the one that was in charge. I said, you got to look out that. You got to look at that brother. And I told him, I said, y'all really didn't like each other when y'all was in the streets and you carried it up in the truth, but never say nothing. I said, but you brothers went to a council and everybody, all the other generals probably peeped it. I said, I peeped it. And he said, you right. He said, I didn't really mess with this dude. Matter of fact, he said, I didn't even like this dude when he showed up on the streets where he was at. How you beat Satan is that you try to unite with this brother. That's why brotherhood is a powerful weapon. That's why Christ said, if you love your brother as yourself, man, you done did the entire law. That was one of the greatest commandments. Like he knew what he was talking about. Right. Like if I got a beef with you and I realize I got a beef with you and you know I got a beef with you, what happens if I keep showing you that, yo, man, you all right with me? Yeah. Same thing with a sister. You get sisters get beef with other sisters. The sister got to show the sister, yo, my bad. Like the biggest thing that we don't do is yo, my bad. I didn't salaki if I did that. I was wrong. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can say the wrong thing to a brother. You know what I mean? Like offend a brother. Like the whole thing is my class is very strong at Isupk. You know what I mean? And then going out there and teaching brothers. You understand what I'm saying? Like having each other's back. Loyalty ain't out in them streets. But loyalty under Christ and the Most High, that's real. That's real loyalty. Straight up. Because when you come in here, you giving up yourself, right or wrong. How many times have you said, yo, man, I'll drive you? You giving up. You ain't thinking about you. You ain't thinking about the gas. You say, yo, man, and you live in Baltimore, and I live in D.C. You ain't thinking about that. Like that's real. Ask somebody out there in the street. What are you gonna say? Man, how much you gonna give me?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't exist in the world. Our job is when brothers come in, they got to see it. They got to see it being done. Like for real, man. Yo, with what's going on in the earth right now, a lot of black people. Any questions online?
We do have a couple questions here.
Oh, okay. Bear with me. Salakia. What's going on? Go ahead.
I had a precept.
Come on with it. Go ahead.
God, this was on the as far as the you was mentioning the or at camp or what have you in the attire. I just had a precept on that on First Maccabees
14.
Come.
Read it.
Come. First Maccabees 14:9. The ancient men sat all in the streets, communing together of good things, and the young men put on glorious and warlike apparel.
Right.
That was
no. That's right. And you know what? It's several things, not several, a few. Like that was old. That actually was old school. Me coming up. Meaning when I was young, it was dudes that was always talking about knowledge. And I remember the first dude, and I didn't know what he was. And this was like in the 70s. And he talked about, I can't remember, I was young. And I had to have been about 12. And he said, the Lord is going to destroy the earth with fire. And he said, your skin is going to melt. And he paraphrased, I didn't know it at the time, was Zechariah 14. But I was so intrigued with the destruction as a kid. You know what I mean? Like, yo, listen, I'm just telling you, coming up, I wanted to know what was the 666. I remember General Muhammad, like I told y'all before, he kind of laughed when I asked him to break down who the two witnesses was. I was coming in, he laughed and he knew what level I was on. He's like, yo, as soon as he saw me, he probably saw that fade, that gold teeth sharpened up and all that. He said, I'm only going to give him a little bit. He ain't ready for nothing. He might not even come back. You know what I mean? And that's how we look at brothers. Like, you don't know. You just go out there or you sitting here, brothers come in, you just teach it. You don't know if they're going to come back. It's only when you start seeing them come back and then you start seeing them grow a beard. Right or wrong? Did you have that beard when I met you?
It was not cleaning.
Yeah, I knew it was. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's, you know what I mean? You Gadite, so you don't grow too much. you Gad, y'all don't grow too much. Yeah, but anyway, you understand what I'm saying? So I look at a lot of things, Lou. Like sometimes I think that you got all these brothers and sisters running around talking about their Hebrew Israelites, right? I look at it like the thing that we started, it done spread. They can say that they hate us, but if it wasn't for us out there on them corners back in early, since 69, they wouldn't even know that they was Hebrew Israelites because them black dudes that was running around talking about they Jewish, they was up in them synagogues. You know what I mean? They're only gonna talk to somebody, the subject, you know what I mean? And they ain't really making no goddamn noise. Old Testament Negroes ain't making no noise. Right. Them niggas running around complaining about Isupk. They complaining about the brothers at camp. But when you start to look at it, is that brothers and sisters that calling themselves Hebrew Israelite, right? Hate us. That might be all the hell they can do. And think that they doing something. Because remember, 1/3 1/3 is supposed to pass the fire. They might be that 1/3 that make it through the fire. The difference between the ISUPK is we want to rule. That's something different. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't looking just to make it past the fire. Just passing the fire is doing the law, statutes, and commandments, right or wrong. But we putting our life on the line going out there to teach. We want them crowns on our head. Right. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we want. Like, you can imagine if you got, Gabar Car, we'll send you down to South Africa. I heard somebody down there, is committing cannibalism. You know what I mean? Like, you in charge of that. You come back, you got your own palace or mansion. That's why Christ said, I have many mansions. Like, we really looking for the prize. Come on with it.
For you, sir.
Read it. Go ahead.
Come on. Matthew chapter 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Jesus said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging 12 tribes of Israel.
Right. That's it. That's what we seeking. Like, it ain't like, all right. It's like this, right? In the streets, you know how brothers, I don't know, my era was like, yo, he going hard. You know what I mean? He going hard. And here we going hard for a kingdom and a reward. And there's nothing, listen, there's nothing wrong with going for a reward if Christ is telling you there's a reward. He's letting you know, there's a reward. So I'm trying to get that reward. I'm doing all the moves that I possibly can. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to counsel brothers. I'm telling brothers, do this, do that. You know what I mean? Y'all going out the camp. Y'all trying to wake people up. I did that. You know what I mean? Like, we trying to get that crown. You know what I mean? That is what he said. He said, you done gave up a lot. Let me tell you something. Let me find the scripture real quick. I don't know where we was at, but give me Corinthians. I'm going to go into chapter 7. First Corinthians chapter 7. Somebody. Give me verse 27 in chapter 7.
Come on, sir.
First Corinthians. Go ahead, Blake.
First Corinthians chapter 7, verse 27. Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loosed.
Right. Don't seek to be loose. If you married to a wife, don't seek it. If she decide to roll out, let her roll out. Go ahead.
Come. Art thou not loosed from a wife? Seek not a wife.
Right. If you loose, don't seek a wife. He's not making it a commandment. But Joe, when you don't seek a wife, guess what? A brother come in here and he ain't married. You know what he does? He get rooted. God came in here with a rib. He didn't seek a wife. He saw the wife later. He decided, I'm going to get rooted. Learn this. I'm going to eat this. I came in the same way. I damn near put a woman away. Johnny, I said, you can't be doing that. I said, I need to focus on this. This is what I said. He said, you can't do that. Remember I said I ain't no damn thing? I thought I could drop her for the truth. Hey, Johnny, I said, you can't be doing that. I'm dead serious. I was in the world. I was simple as hell. I'd be like, she getting on my nerve, want me to do all this other crazy nonsense. I ain't with it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out who the Gentiles. Trying to learn all the prophecy. You know what I mean? Go ahead. You had your hand up. Go ahead.
That's because most of what you said is powerful, because most of us grew up in the Christian church.
Right.
And I remember when I first was coming into the school, I had asked Cap, like, yo, if your girl don't, you know what I'm saying, follow law, statutes, commandments, gotta throw them away. He like, yo, nah, I ain't no unequally yoked kid. You know what I'm saying? So like, I understand exactly what you're saying is powerful.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? And that's our brother. And listen, and as men come in, they gonna come to you with it. And look, when men come in, they gonna say something like that to you. You gonna be like, listen, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like that's the point of raising the younger men what you've been taught. That's the whole thing of UPK. Right. So that we keep exactly the same thing that we've been taught. The problem is every brother ran and they started to change it to fit them. Right. You might find another Hebrew Israelite say, yeah, you can put it away. Go ahead.
And so like earlier, he was talking about his kids or what have you. His kids ain't 10 years old, but with that incident happened like 8, 9, 10 years ago.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got kids raising the truth or whatever.
Right. Okay. Most High Christ. Most High Christ. I forgot. You was the one that said they don't eat they don't do Christmas. They look for the Passover. And that is what we supposed to. And I would encourage that strongly. Whatever makes them want to do it more. You know, even if it's new outfits. You understand what I'm getting at? We need some sisters that can sew fringes on brothers' garments in here, Captain Saparia. Okay. That we can pay him a couple of dollars, man. I get Gabar, man. He trying to charge an arm and a leg. Talk about, well, I can make a payment. You can make a payment plan. Hey, yo, I'm messing with you, Gabar. Gabar, my man. You know what I mean? Old school brother. Go ahead,
So like I said, on that topic, I have a question on that. There's a sister that asked a question saying, how do you know as a sister when you're doing all you can in the truth?
When you're doing it for free and not worrying about whether, you know, brothers see you, you know what I mean? Like there's things that you could do as long as the Lord see you.
Right.
Like that's really, like don't look to, I'm not saying that the sister's looking for clout, but it's more or less, yo, I want to make this thing happen because I love the Lord. And I want the Lord see me do it. There's things that I've done that I don't let brothers know. I don't have to. Brothers know that I done did certain things in the past. So what happens is brothers, the Lord got brothers looking out for me when I was down. When I was, like what the brother was bringing down, when I was at that low state, the Lord will remember it. And that's just how it is. And keep doing what you're doing, sis. The Lord see it. And if the Lord see it, guess what? The brothers, the men of God will eventually see it as well. You know what I mean? Just keep doing what you're doing. I just hope you was in Baltimore so we can get some work out of you. I'm serious with that one. I ain't joking. You know what I mean? Like we need sisters that's gonna come in here and really work. There's things that sisters can do that really help the truth. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we don't need a sister that, you know what I mean, that come in here and sit down. But even if let me say this, even if a sister come in here with her children, a sister come in here with her children and commit to coming in here with her children, guess what? Them children may be raised up in the ISUPK. The Christian church do it. The Nation of Islam do it. Like you think about it. Like the two young brothers came in that are officers now. They came in as children, right or wrong. You brought them in. You know what I mean? He went and got into some problem at school because he refused to follow Halloween. Remember that? I didn't forget it. You know what I mean? Like that was glorious. Like we got the, you know what I mean? Like you bringing your kids in at young. You know what I mean? Hey, what's going on, Doc? What's going on, soldiers? I got soldiers in Baltimore. Tear a nigga head off. Ain't that right, Corella? Tear a nigga head off. Yeah, that's right. I did say tear a nigga head off. Shoot. Nah, but for real, like kids be running around and all. I get it. This is a safe environment for children, right or wrong.
Come on.
It's a safe environment, and give them 10 years. I remember Aria when he was young. You know what I mean? Yawanathan. I remember them when they was young. They officers and captains now. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Never ate pork. Never celebrated Christmas. Follow the law, statutes, and commandments from young up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, man, that's where we got to go. Let me know if it's over time, because I don't want to keep y'all. I was up here last time. Y'all let me go until about, 10 o'clock? You know what I mean? But, and that's, you know what I mean? Where we at, first of all?
Got another question, sir.
Okay, come on.
The question is basically, how do you know when you're long suffering for the sake of the Lord, or if you're long suffering for something that's selfish?
When it benefits you. That's simple. You know, like if it's something that you really want, it's really about you. Now, if you long suffering for the Lord, it's something that you want to give to somebody else. You want to give to the school. And whoever received it from the school, that means you had nothing to do with it. You just did it because, the school knows what to do with it. That's something different. Like you paying tithes. Pay your tithes. It's the law. You don't know what it might, you know what I mean? Right or wrong. You don't know where it go. But the Lord said, you got to pay your tenth. You like, I'm going to obey that. You know what I mean? Right or wrong. Now, it's the same thing when somebody asks, we need to do this, we need to do that. You giving it up and say, you know what? I'm going to give a little more this month. It ain't about you no more. When you come up in here, you really supposed to serve the school. Some brothers and sisters come in here and think we supposed to serve them. You know what I mean? I've been paying my tithes and all that, you know what I mean? And they feel their little $20, I ain't gonna say little, because you're supposed to pay your tithe. Their tithes is supposed to help them out in need, when really, when you started to have the problem, you were supposed to do what? When the problem arrived. Who knows when the problem arises first? The school? Go ahead. Anybody.
Slack, so you're supposed to reach out to your camp leader, sir.
Yeah. When you start seeing things bubble up, that's when. You know what happens? Brothers and sisters let shit bubble up too much. Then now it becomes a burden on the school. You ever say, I'm gonna nip this? You ever get into a beef with a brother? Say, man, the next time he come, I'm nipping that thing in the bud. Right or wrong? We all say that, right? So it's the same thing with an issue that come up. Hey, listen, I got this issue. I think this is this, that, this. And now you know how to fight against it so it won't bubble up on you. Then you let the camp leader know, and the camp leader come to the general over that zone, and he say, I knew about this, and I'm gonna just bring it to you. This is what's happening. So now we got a head start on it. Brothers come to us when now we got to worry about. You know what I mean? Like, let your camp leader know. You should have a good rapport with your camp leaders and whoever's the second in command in your camp. A lot of brothers got a captain and a 5,000. Let them know. Any more questions?
Lassa.
Okay. Where are we at? I don't know.
We're still in 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 27, sir.
Oh, come on with it, brother.
Well, want me to go to verse 28?
Yeah.
Chapter 1, sir. Verse 28. And if thou marry, thou hast not sinned.
Right. If you go and get a wife, you're not sinning. You come into school, got a wife, you get another wife, you're not sinning. You know what I mean? Or you come to school without a wife, you're still not sinning. You know what I mean? Some brothers want to try to focus on the truth. Some brothers end up marrying another wife because another woman may even like you. All right, go ahead.
Con, sir. And if a virgin marry, she have not sinned. Nevertheless,
right. Let me explain. There's virgins, and then there's sisters that become brand new that become virgins.
Right. Con.
The sister come in here, she could have lived a horrible life. That's why we tell you, brothers, give her some real time. Like, give her a chance. We tell sisters, give her brother some real time to grow. Like, that saves a lot of headaches. A lot of headaches. Like, you won't buy no car just off of looking at it. Let's keep it 100. Why? Because it's going to be your responsibility it'll be your responsibility. I mean, it's in your responsibility or in your hands. You don't want to waste no money. So you check out a car or a house because it's a big investment, right or wrong? Well, a woman is a bigger investment. A man is a bigger investment. Like, you're gonna spend the rest of your life with her, longer than a car, longer than a house. Brothers be, thinking that you're just gonna get another rib. It ain't that easy. When you just shedding the world off your goddamn self. Let's think about it. You ain't even get rooted in here. You got to get rooted in here. You get rooted, you start to understand, then you know what to look for. A lot of times you go after a woman that was the same type of woman that you done went after when you was in the world. Right or wrong? What changes you? You know what I mean? You still got the same sort of, standard or habits, and that's what you need to change. What type of, that's what the law, throwing the statute, throwing the laws, statutes, and commandments, and having wisdom. That's what makes you different. Now I look at things different. Now I weigh in on it. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes a brother will, which is a blessing, have kids. But sometimes you got to use what? You got to use something that'll stop you from having kids, because right now you may not even be financially ready. That's really Planned Parenthood. In here, we teach real Planned Parenthood. You know what I mean? Like, you got 3 or 4 kids, you be like, yo, I'm gonna slow down. Sometimes you say, I can't slow down because she's getting older. I want more kids. But just remember, more kids mean more responsibility, but it's a blessing if you can raise them up. Raise them up right. Raise them up in the truth. Go ahead.
Thanks, sir. Can you break down the purpose of the 6-month rule?
Hey, no problem. The 6-month rule is so a nigga won't kill you. Sometimes you got to realize brothers come in with full out demons, sisters come in full out demons. Right? And then there's some sisters that do not come in here with full out demons. And there's brothers in here that don't come in here with full out demons. The 6 month is for, first of all, this is the first thing I would do. The 6 month is to protect one another. It has nothing to do with stopping you from having sex. So you throw that out the window, and then when somebody say the 6 month year rule, you just automatically say it's to protect me. That's how you got to look at that. No other way. All right. This is something that the school is protecting me from harm. That's how you got to look at it, right? The first thing a person should realize is, like, if I was going to get a sister, right? I would make sure that she already got like maybe a year in. She understands about multiple wives, right? Because she got a year in already.
Okay.
Maybe 2 years in. Like, y'all be surprised. There's some brothers that don't just jump at the gun. Some brothers be dealing with a sister over a year. Like they don't wait just 6 months to say, yo, I'm ready to marry, or I'm ready to court, or I'm ready to do this, or I'm ready to see her, I'm ready to date. There's some brothers that just wait. There's some sisters that just wait because they take, they take heed that this is for life. They ain't into the sexual, like the sexual part is, the sexual attraction is good, but they're not being overtaken by it. They know that we're going to hold you accountable for life. You know what I mean? For life. So the 6 month year rule is a start. But personally, my advice is I would talk to a brother camp leader. Hey, yo, what's up with this sister? Oh, man, she been in the truth for 3 years. Okay, she's single? Yeah, she's single. Okay, I want to date her. Then I would date, because then in my mind, I'd be like, well, why ain't nobody trying to date this sister for 3 years? But it makes it better for me. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, this is what I would do. Whether she been in a school for 2. Me personally, I'm not dating no woman that got a year in. I doubt it. I doubt it. If you see me marry a sister, I mean, like she really got to move me with righteousness. You know what I mean? Like I got to really be like she got to really be a help me. She can't just be some lustful. I can't just take her for lust because I know women are headaches. Somebody give me Ecclesiasticus 9:9, hold that. Because you know what I mean? Like I look at, what the problem with a lot of brothers and sisters? They don't take it as serious as they should for some. There's others that amaze me. And, I found out a brother was courting a sister for 2 years. Y'all ain't look at the way you rolls your eyes up. You ain't even heard that, right? 2 years. This is to go out to the sister. That is a sister that's being careful. That's a sister that's really being diligent in who she's willing to have sex with, who she's willing to marry with, who she's willing to trust her life with. Like she's putting her life, involved in her decision making. She ain't looking at it like it's just a marriage. That's how Christians look at it. Like you can come in here and just look at it as a marriage. You're supposed to look at it as this will be my wife forever until I die. I get another wife. Both of these women are my wives till I die. That means, if she's a horrible monster, you know what I mean? If she's got mental illnesses, you don't know. You got to talk to a camp leader. She don't know. She got to talk to a camp leader. You know what I mean? Okay. Like you got to investigate, like buying a house, like buying a car. You gotta open up the hood and look inside of it, right or wrong. Okay. Like it's more serious than some brothers, not all. Some brothers take, and then when they make that decision, man, they be messed up. Go ahead and read Ecclesiasticus 9:9.
Katham, sir. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9, verse 9. Sit not at all with another man's wife.
Ecclesiastes.
Oh, Salagi, sir.
The one that's on the. It's funny because this one is on the officer's test, and really a sister should be really mindful and really caught and talk and see, and the brother should be just checking it out. Because what's the first thing you're gonna do when you first start talking over the phone? You're gonna be kind. You got a front. You're gonna put up a front. I'm serious. You ain't gonna put up a front, Cabal. Yeah, you putting the front up. Right. I got to break that front down. That's my job. My job is, this is a front. I'm gonna be kind of. She gonna be, you know what I mean? Like I already know. So it's gonna take me that long to break it down. And they don't understand that it protects us. You got it?
So I was going to say, y'all going to be faking, man. Both of y'all faking. Both of y'all faking it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't mean to because you trying to, you know what I mean? Yeah. You put, I hate to put it like that, yes. But you're going to show her the good side of you. Let's say that. They're going to show you
I agree with the same thing in my defense. I don't consider it front. I got a good side. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no need to bring out the bad side until it's needed. It's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, she need to find that bad side because it gonna come out.
And she'll bring it out later.
She's supposed to bring it out before y'all
get it. Correct. Yeah, she'll get it.
And that way she'll be able to see if y'all can work through it. You know what I mean? Both sides of Christ. Go ahead.
So like that's the whole point of an extended time. That's the whole point. You most of our life, if I could, General,
go ahead.
Most of our life, the rush is what you're trying to avoid.
Yeah,
you're trying to avoid the rush.
Yeah,
because you're both pieces of garbage.
Yeah,
and you got to remove the garbage so it can be,
right,
plentiful or what have you. So,
exactly. And that's the bottom line. The 6 months is for you to break down all that. Go ahead. Who had your hand up? Go ahead.
We got a question online from One West Kasawana. Salaki General, would it be safe to say a brother's willingness to lead has to be stronger than his lust when courting?
Say that again. The brother's what? You can paraphrase it if you want.
Come on. Would it be safe to say that a brother's willingness to lead?
To lead?
Come on.
Like be in charge.
Come on.
Tell us you should say be in charge. Sisters don't like to say be in charge. Go ahead.
Would it be willing to say the brother's willingness to be in charge has to be stronger than his lust when courting?
It should be. But what's her name?
Kasawana.
But sometimes Kasawana, the brother's infatuated with you. And that be the problem. Brother be looking at you and be like, damn, this sister bad. I want this sister. But when he start courting you, his job is to be in charge, right? Your job is to allow him to be in charge and be a helpmeet when you know what I mean, to get him in charge. Sometimes a brother may not be good at one thing, you may be better at another. You know what I mean? Like every brother ain't good with bookkeeping or the bills. Some sisters get it down to the T. Listen, that's one thing a brother ain't got to worry about. Right. Like, yo, here's the money. Boom. I got this. This is for all the bills. Put that to the side, deal with you. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you supposed to work it. If you know your rib is saying, yo, baby, I'm stretching this, I'm stretching that, she's good at it. But if she come home and she got her hair done, nails done, and the cable go out, right. you hit the TV. Gabar, you hit the TV. She got you on the phone acting like it's paid. You know what I mean? You know that she's not good at it. Some brothers are good at it. You know what I mean? Like, that's where the help meet. Some sisters are really good at taking care of the kids, picking up the kids right or wrong, cooking. Some sisters are really good that make you come home and relax. Like you got to not figure it out. You got to accept what a man can do, what he's good at.
Right.
And if he's bad at it, you're supposed to call your camp leader and say, listen, he messing up the bills. You might want to, first you go to your husband and say, yo, you might want to get some counseling because I'm not too sure you really good at this. You good at camp. I got your back. Like she got to support him. Like even when it's something that he may be not as good, she got to at least let him know what he is good at. You know what I mean? Like, yo, just like we do one another. I'd be like, yo, listen, you may not be good on the internet, but you good at just being a damn soldier, following orders. I tell Kara and Kwanayala, yo, they real good with the internet. They took it on and they've been working it and never gave up. So that's the same thing in a relationship. You never give up. Now, if the brother is lacking in something, a sister might have to say, I got to be in charge of this, but he's still in charge of the household. You know what I mean? Say you got to give that brother, and you're not giving him charge. He's going to take a charge, but you might have to let him know, say, yo, you're not really good at that. You know what I mean? Some sisters are really good at certain things where a man ain't gonna sweat too much. Oh man, I'll make that right or wrong. Don't we say that, man? I'll make that back up next week. A woman, she may be worried because she got kids. She be like getting all stressed out. You gotta be like, yo, baby, you go ahead and handle these bills. And she be like, yo, I paid this, I paid that, I paid that. It'd be good that she tell him so that he could see her skills. Like I had a rib that was really good on that not bookkeeping, but budgeting. She was real good at it. You know what I mean? I had no problem. One day, me and her pull up at the gas station, and she was like, you know how you get out to pump the gas, and I said, yo, man, give me your card. She gave me a credit card. I put the card in, pumped the gas, pulled the card out, sold my name on the card. And I'm dead serious. But some women are good like that. Some men are good like that. You know what I mean? Like she just got to know what he's good at. Some men are good at going to work, right? Coming to school, teaching class, and going to camp. Paying his building fund, tire fund. Sometimes she may even have to take his money for the tires in the building fund, which that would be bad because that's where his heart's supposed to be. Your heart's supposed to be in the building fund and the camp fund. You know, without this, the people online would not be able to ask questions. The building is your main concern. You fight to hold this down. You fight to bring brothers in. You know what I mean? This is your house. Straight up. This is your house. Right or wrong. DC got their house. You know what I mean? New York got their house. We got to be able to maintain it. We got to fill these chairs up. You know what I mean? That's my hope. You got to get out there. We got to blaze the mic. We got to jump on. Here's what you got to jump on. You got to jump on what's popping out there in Baltimore. You got to look the part because a brother see you looking rough. Like I was telling them earlier, Lacombe, there's different black groups is wearing the all black when we was doing that. And they one group calling themselves the Lion of Judah. He ain't even talking that Black Panther stuff. He ain't even running around with no red, black, and green. Calling themselves the Lions of Judah. Where did he get it from? That's why, man, we get back to the basics. Make sure that when we out there in the camp, yo, we out there to fish men. We ain't out there to look sloppy. We ain't out there just because you ain't got no iron or you ain't clean. Nah, man, your camp clothes, you come out there all black, you come out there like you ready to go to a goddamn club. I guarantee you, y'all will switch up and put everything in it, coming to dress when you go out to a club. Right. Well, the Lord is much stronger than that, and the job is much harder than that. Right. It's much harder than going to a club. And I'm telling sisters, I'm Salakia from Divert. But I do that at times. You know what I mean? Because we need more brothers and sisters in here, man. Y'all know. Like if you know you from Baltimore, you a hard city, right? Rough city. How you gonna get rough brothers in here and you not looking rough? I ain't coming in. If I'm young, I see you all. That's what drew my attention with the One West. My mouth open. Man. These dudes look rough. You know what I mean? You keep it rough. You keep it rough. Y'all got to get back to the basics when y'all first came in here. You know what I mean? Keep it rough. Nothing wrong with wearing all black for Saturday to bring more men in. I think it's worth it.
Right?
I think it's worth it. I think it's really worth it. Think about it. You know what I mean? Give something up. Let's just say, let's wear all black when it start getting cooler. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, Slogging, sir, right quick. That was my whole thing. Like, before I came into the truth, I was part of the 5% Nation. So when I was coming up Gallery Place,
right,
I seen the brothers out there, but that's when I was handing out papers, and I couldn't put it together because I'm coming up the escalators right there on 7th and Hale, and I'm hearing the white man is the devil, but they dealing with the Bible. I'm like, how does that equate to each other? Because 5%ers get there from Nation of Islam,
right,
and they get it from the Bible. They get it from UPK, and then I'm looking how they dress, camouflage. You know what I'm saying? Everything down. Right. I'm like, damn, this. But then 2013, 14, 15, I started looking at it. It all made sense.
Right. Yeah. The way we look. The way we look, man. And everybody's taking our look and recruit. Who talks about Judah? Israelites.
Right.
Ain't nobody know nothing about no Negroes or Judah, except from the 12 tribes. I mean, you got these offshoots, but they still get it from us. You know what I mean? Like, they still get it from us. You know what I mean? Any more questions?
It's like I said, if I could, and what you're saying, sir, is heavy because in the corporate world, that's called setting the bar. It's like they could try to imitate you, but they should never reach you because your bar is so high in terms of how you carry yourselves. Like they could call themselves the tribe, the whatever of Judah, all they want, and try to look at you. But when people see them, people should say, "Oh, you just trying to beat them."
That's because what we are saying is totally different. They need guns to draw many. You using the word of God. Something totally different. Something more spiritual than carnal. That's the point. That's the point.
Clock check, sir.
Go ahead.
Time check, 9 p.m.
Okay. Any more questions? And where was we at on
just to come on what you just said, like the Black Panthers have to bring a firearm to a public speaking for theatrics, because what they saying ain't nothing, ain't really hidden. Right. So let me show my gun to show how militant I am without producing any actual fruit or whatever.
Any kind of content, knowledge. It's damn near like, would you watch the Marines if they ain't had no guns? You know what I mean? You ain't gonna watch the Army commercial. They run around without no guns. That's why they show them with the guns. They pop up and you know what I mean? So, same thing. And that's the whole thing, man. We just got to get back to the basics. And let's see if that, you know what I mean? And once they get in here, we got to teach them. Right. Any more? I was in First Corinthians, right?
Read the book of Ecclesiastes, sir. 9 and 9.
That took me off of it. Go ahead.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 9. Live joyfully with the wife.
Ecclesiasticus or T's?
Ecclesiastes, sir.
Yeah, where's the one where
I was in Ecclesiasticus at first, but
I'm getting old. Y'all looking at me. The one off the officer's test. Yeah, I know. Damn, I think that is it. That's the more bitter. Is that the bitter? That sound about right. I don't know where I was at. Forgive me, brothers. Been years of something.
I got it.
All right.
The book of Ecclesiastes.
You got a mic?
I got it, sir. I got it. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman.
Yeah.
whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands.
Yeah, some brothers that got taken out because of a woman. Brothers, let me tell you something, man. Give me first, who's reading 1 Corinthians chapter 7? Let me tell you something, man. You gotta watch what you do. And I'm only saying this, right? Because yo, I love the brotherhood. I love the sisterhood. Number one, if you're gonna date outside the school, you risking your peace. If you think you're gonna bring a gremlin to the truth at home, you're gonna have hell to pay. You better off, if you see a sister, she wanna get with you, you better off bringing her here to see if she gonna sit in that plastic hard chair. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that is, like I try to tell brothers be wanting to marry and do all this so dumb and thinking they gonna teach her. Nigga, she in the world. I said, brothers be thinking that they're gonna teach a sister outside the truth. She in the world. And depending on what type of sister and where you meet her from, she'll destroy your life. Because the minute that she find out who you are and you tell her you done with her, she gonna call the school. And we're gonna say, that's your wife now. So it's best to test a woman that you may thinking about marrying, to tell her to sit in them chairs. Now, if she doesn't sit in them chairs, what that say about her? She ain't gonna listen to you no how. Ain't nothing you can say to her to convince her that you're an Israelite and that she's an Israelite and that she ought to follow the laws of the Most High. It's already hard to get somebody young to come and sit in the chair. Now, I know quite a few brothers that got taken out by a woman. Straight up. They'll put you on blast too. That's why I tell brothers, man, be wise. Take your time, get rooted. Try to get a sister in the school. Try to get a sister that's humble. There's some sisters in the school that some really all right sisters. If a sister can sit in these chairs for a year, that's my sister. You know what I mean? I'm willing to work with her. I'm willing to see. And even that ain't nothing sure. Some brothers are coming here and then they flip out and boom, they gone. Or they act like they still with you, but they're not really with you. Because they would be with you, right or wrong. They would be at camp, right or wrong. They'd be in class, you would see them. Brothers from a distance, some brothers, okay. But if you're a young brother, you should be gravitating to everything in this school. You should be eating ISUPK, living ISUPK, walking ISUPK, talking ISUPK. Right. That makes you an officer of ISUPK. You know what I mean? This is on some, you know what I mean? Like on some real soldier shit. I'm always on some soldier, on something on being a soldier of ISUPK. Straight up. This is the move. This is the best move I ever made in my goddamn life. This is the longest thing ever in my life. You know what I mean? Like seriously. Anything I done tried, I didn't last long. Anything I did last long, I end up in jail. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? And the people I was with wasn't no loyalty out there. I done seen it with brothers be like, yeah, I got your back. Turn around with some beef, they take flight or they disappear. And I dealt with it. I just dealt with brothers, it was their beef. The UPK brothers will take my beef. You know what I mean? Like sisters got to understand that if they got a ISUPK brother and they married to him, they got something different than that's in the world. Like, but you got to make sure that your woman or your wife, her head is right. It can't be on some other, bickering bullshit. For all you sisters, man, a brother don't want to come home to all that nonsense. You better figure out a way to get counsel and how to please your man to make him happy so he can make you happy. That's the whole point of counseling. If your woman don't want counseling, yo, the hell with her. Yo, give me that scripture in give me this one. Corinthians 7. And this is how I always carried it. I'm UPK, straight up. Give me 27.
Come on, constant.
Let me see where. Yeah. 29.
Come on, sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none.
Meaning this, be ready to lose your wife. Right. Be ready to say, F that. Be ready to lose everything that you got, whether it be a job, your rib, your kids, whatever, your family. You got to make a decision. I done done it. I ain't done it enough as General Yohana has done it, but I done done it. I done say, yo, listen, care nothing about that. Care nothing about that. All I care about is the brothers and the sisters in the truth. I had a rib that didn't like that. And here it is. I'm still standing strong. When me and her parted, General Muhammad said, yo, get up, you all right? I was like, yo, I'm straight. I ain't gonna put my love in a woman anyway, because I'm smarter than that shit. That's just me. Like, love your wives. I love her, but I got a certain limit, you know what I mean? Because at my age now, I'm gonna love the truth more than I love a woman. You know what I mean? Like your first wife, yeah, it should be Baltimore School. That's your first wife. You take care of her. You love her. You know what I mean? You be devoted to her. You be loyal to her. You don't commit infidelity to her. This Baltimore is your first wife. That's where you're supposed to go at it in the truth. My brother in DC, his first wife should be that school. You don't know what anybody might do. Ain't nothing guaranteed. Am I guaranteed to be here? You don't know. You'd be like, damn, could John Katham left? Hey, what kind of shit is it? Oh, it was a woman. Woman, you know the story in Apocrypha with the three most powerful things. Y'all read that story, right?
Come on.
Yeah. You read it? You read it? Where it talks about the king, wine, and a woman. Oh man, I gotta get in that story with y'all. You know what I mean? Like, the truth, can't nothing conquer the truth. I always wanted a weapon that can't conquer me. The truth is a weapon that can't conquer me. It's when I leave the truth is when I can get conquered, and the world will conquer me and devour me. That's the bottom line. Like, sisters, no matter what they're going through, they should always stay in the truth. And let me tell you about sisters. And sisters are smart in this, right? You do something ill, the sisters is smart enough to call somebody over you. and listen, and they call the men in the Isupk. Because what would a sister do in the world to have somebody over you? Who would she call? Come on. Call the police. So them sisters that be calling us, they're more righteous than the sisters in the world. They have more love for you and respect for you just by calling us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
It's like, sir, in the Christian church, if you have any position in the Christian church, that sister's gonna call you pastor. Yeah, she's gonna find the closest person who's over you.
Right. Yeah. And if it ain't the pastor, she gonna call the police.
Right.
And that pastor is gonna give her bad counsel anyway. Because he's gonna tell her to divorce the man. Which is what she want. You know what I mean? Which is usually what they want in the Christian church. Go ahead.
Like, if I could, the women have so much power in the Christian church. That's why I went to the pastor, because I remember when I was in the Christian church, I was like a son to all the women. So I'd do shit, but I was untouchable because the pastor would not dare say nothing to me because I'm like a son to his wife.
Right.
And I'd get away with murder in there.
See, women got all the power. That's why the women love the Christian church. That's why they hate you out there on them corners. For real. Y'all got a bunch of power. Man, you screaming out at people, that's how they look at it. They look, you talking regular. And the Jews are black. To them, you screaming at them. To the young men, it's like a police officer telling them what to do. And keep doing it. Show them that you got the authority over this thing. You know what I mean? And you should have. You know? Go ahead. Okay. Cool. And so that's how you got to go ahead. Read on. What was
Yes, sir. It was
read it again.
Kind of one con, sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both that they have wives be as though they had none.
Right. You got to be like that. Give me Mark chapter 4, 19.
Con, sir. Mark chapter 4, verse 19.
And let me tell you something. Here, this is the main reason why you don't treat it like that. You got to treat it like, yo, I'm willing to lose it all. Christ. Willing to lose it all. I'm staying here. No matter what happens, I'm going to stay in here. Read on.
Con, sir.
Let me just give you a story. I got in trouble in the Isupk years ago. And I thought that they was going to kick me out. And I was like, I said, man, they kicked me out. I said, F that. I'm going to just go, they can't kick me away from off the street corner. I'm going to go down there and listen. Every time they go to camp, I'm going to be outside listening and taping. That's how much I wanted. When I told Commander Jerry that, he bust out laughing and said, he wasn't going to kick you out. But what you will get kicked out is for being a heretic, starting some new bull. You see a brother teach something, check him. Let Saparia know, check him. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Con, sir.
But you got to be able to drop everything. And the reason why brothers don't give it up, read on.
Con. Verse 19. And the cares of this world.
And that's the problem. You got the cares of this world, it'll drown you. You could be in this world, but not of this world. You got to operate. You know what I mean? You got to like you've been doing. Like whatever you've been doing now, for the people online and the people in the class, you got to keep doing it. You know what I mean? Like you ain't in the world. You know what I mean? You might be here, but you ain't of the world. You understand what I'm saying? Like you ain't partaking the things of the world. Well, that would be in the world, but not of the world. Read on.
Con, sir.
From the top.
Con, sir. Mark chapter 4, verse 19. And the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of the riches, and the lusts of the other things enter in.
Right. Always trying to think that it could be better. You know what I mean? If you leave the truth, I don't feel like doing that, or you get mad with a man and be like, I could be doing things by myself, and the world gonna devour you. The world don't live by rules. Right or wrong?
Oh, God.
The world ain't nobody gonna respect. Y'all know, y'all been out in the world. Y'all know that's why you in here. You know what I mean? Like you in here is safety. Any more on that?
Con, sir.
This is the last scripture.
Choke the word, and it becometh unfruitful.
Right. Meaning this, you done learned all this, and now you go back in the world, and the world's just choking about you. It's like putting you in a headlock and just choking it. All this work. You know what the sad thing is? Imagine all this work, Saparia, that you done put in a woman or a sister or a brother in school, and they end up leaving anyway. You up at night. You sending the brother to get this brother, you know, out of trouble, out of harm. And they end up leaving. Waja know a lot about that. Right, Waja? Young Wild, he was young wild brother. You know what I mean? He was a young wild brother. Look at him now. Straight up soldier. Straight up soldier. All right, that's it. All right. So I'm in the class with that. I'll be back. Another class. Ain't the water for the brothers and sisters checking in. Hey, yo, y'all can give a shout out to the couple of the sisters that's online. Give them a shout out.
Con. We got Princess Takaya, rib of Officer Gabara online. Got West Side Wana, as always, also online. We have Tank 3884 online. Young man Andrew Dean.
Any haters?
It's like, of course, we definitely got some haters, sir.
I got a lot of haters.
We got, I've never seen this brother before. Michael Nevins, he done followed you, sir. I don't know who the hell he is.
What he had to say?
F you and your racist Hebrew Israelite ideology. And then he in his feelings, sir, because he wrote a whole paragraph. I never seen.
Hey, I told you, white people been following us. I'm telling you, man. You need to copy that.
So I can say he didn't follow you. He didn't follow us. He followed you, sir. Y'all never seen this devil before.
I know who he is. I think Facebook. They all gonna be on here. That's cool.
You see your name and jumped on.
That's cool. I don't get nothing about. And listen, I enjoy it. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. Like, they think like I'm not pissed. I love it. Because they're gonna make us bigger. They're gonna bring our numbers up.
Right.
So I'm cool with it. And thank you, whatever your name, Edomite Evans.
Right. We got Princess Isarama, rib of Officer Karala Come.
Most High Christ.
We got Officer Madabar online with us.
Madabar, Louisiana. You're right.
We got Officer Bakar from Baltimore online. We got One West Batak online with us today.
Okay, Most High Christ. Hey, also I want to just say this. We're gonna throw this clip up, so just stay tuned on the last clip. That clip I told you to throw on. Are you able to throw it? All right, Most High Christ.
We also got Officer Ramak online with us.
All right. That's the Hebrew teacher.
Right. We got and I don't know who this Enzer Carson. Officer Five. Oh, that's good now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it, sir.
Okay. Yo, stay tuned to the last video. It was Commander General Yohana. I want y'all to check it out and share it.
Come
on. You played it.
The ball?
Go ahead. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
We are the Isupk out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. We rule for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They have to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves in the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 to 21, Malachi 3 and 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, and it's pronounced Mayashua. 10% of any penny or any increase the Lord gives you, get to the Treasury Department. Priest funds, free will offer for priests, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations, September 11th, the memorial blowing out of the trumpets. For my Akiman, check on social media, such as ISUBK, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUBK events and materials. If a brother wants to become a trooper in the school, then he should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. With that, we're going to get one kind of salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Majid. Majid Shabbat, Majid Rock.
How about Shimon Shabbat?
That's my child. We're going to get one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Majid Shabbat, Rock. The house of that's my child, class dismissed.
If you used to be a gangbanger or you used to be in the streets, then you're a man that's already seasoned and you're not afraid of the streets because you done already been in the streets or you already been to the penitentiary. Now, you find out you got to be right. What the hell are you doing? You supposed to be up in here with us, marching with the righteous. You understand? I'm going to tell you straight up and down. I want a gang to hear about us and be scared to death. And be like, look, I ain't scared to die. I ain't scared to go to jail. I ain't scared to go to war. But I don't want to mess with them Israelites. Because them niggas is too deep. And guess what you going to do if you do that? You're going to make that brother who otherwise would be on the left-hand side want to join the right-hand side. The whole reason your son will join a gang is because he got to go to school every day and be outnumbered. What if the gang members is outnumbered by the righteous brothers? Then them gang members could be righteous